One. Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. We are today talking about Newcastle 4, Manchester United 1. After a horrific performance at St. James, we are here to decipher what went wrong, what can improve, and where United go from here. Joining me today are the UK crew. I have representing UK. I have the analyst, Vim. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We have also representing UK. We have Mr. Fortress, Ken. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Hi.
Representing USA, I see Positive Joe, the soul man, sneaking into the class. Welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, man? What's up, fellas?
Right. After the calamity of Onana on Thursday, he did not play today. I think it was due to the social media backlash or for his own psychological healing and mental health. He was unavailable. So we have 2 minutes to just summarize where we are with Onana. I'm going to go with Ken first. Ken, Mr. Fortress, that goal, which do you think was worse? The first one that he did not see or claimed to have 2020 vision and missed it, or the one he parried again as he always does?
I would say the second one. The reason I say the second one is the first one, I've seen that happen that can happen, to goalkeepers very, once in a while in a career. I think the Hair's done that. A few other top goalkeepers have done that. That's fine. But the second one, he does that week in, week out. If you look at the last 6 games, any
Nottingham
shot that comes,
Forest.
he pushes it straight to the strike. Go on, here you go.
Try again.
Every single time. And lo and behold, come Thursday last week, he did the same thing. The first one was dreadful. Don't get me wrong. That was shocking. Like you don't know where the ball is. You're flapping at the ball, but then we can almost forgive a goalkeeper for that one. But the second one, because of the consistency of it, it's just, yeah, not good. Just not good. And did you realize that even when he pushed it out, he could have come. Someone like a Raya, for example, get up your feet
It did.
and jump at the ball. He
Yeah.
came out and he stood and surrendered. If he literally just a few seconds forward, and he could have made the challenge and stopped the guy from scoring. Yeah, that's all, of course.
Bim, first, second goal, which was worse in your opinion?
Which was worse? Definitely the first goal. Just the way he doesn't watch the ball, his concentration is somewhere else. He seems to be distracted by the crowd and all these antics that he's doing prior to that. I don't know where his mind is. I don't know who he's trying to fool. Maybe he's trying to act courageous in front of the Lyon crowd by going up to the crowd or to the goal at their end, trying to play some mind games. He's clearly been rattled by Matic and various others, and he's trying to put on a brave
Rattled by
face to the
Matic.
critics. But the fact is that he clearly lacks quality, and he's clearly lacking focus. And
Very
you know
good
you just
focus.
cannot do that at this level. He's made a complete fool of himself. He should have just kept his head down, take the criticism from whoever, and focus on the game and perform. But if you perform like that, you are just opening up a whole can of worms, and all the critics are going to come after you now. And it's good. He's been benched. I think Ruben said initially that we will just carry on and focus on the next game, and he didn't really give much away. But I think he's been listening to everyone, and you've got to just you've just got to put this guy out of the picture for
His
a while.
misery.
Yeah, maybe he needs to get injured, take a
Wow.
break, let someone else step in now.
Positive Joe, you had a lot to say quickly. Summarize Onana, first, second goal.
Um, I'm gonna say the first goal was the worst, simply because it doesn't happen because of lack of concentration. And if you're somebody that's been talking shit this whole week, the last thing you needed to do in that game is to not be fucking locked in. And he wasn't again. That's abysmal. Like completely, no. This isn't, he saw the ball. He was just, his technique failed him. It's not that he missed the ball. Like he saw the ball coming. Like, no, I don't think it's acceptable to say that that happens every once in a while. No, that's unacceptable.
I was just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, there's no more. There's no more, right? I was holding on, right? I didn't want him at the club at first, but once we got him, I backed him. And I thought maybe we would be able to go maybe another season with him being a steady Eddie while we find somebody else and take care of other parts of the field, right? But it's clear that a goalkeeper's job is to keep his team, his or her team, in the game. And it's clear that Onana lacks that ability. For a team that's rebuilding, we need a solid defense and a solid goalkeeper. The defense is looking a lot better, but the goalkeeper is it's such a buzzkill. I'm telling you, it just guts a team when something like that happens, because this is something that they've been practicing all week. And if they're executing on the pitch, that is demoralizing to happen to them, man. And that's just unacceptable, you know? So, yeah, he needs to be transitioned out the team as quickly as possible.
All right.
That's my
Well,
take.
you've heard it from these United fans who are quite disappointed of the performance on Thursday, because this team was literally, they had fought hard, grinded that result, and were heading to Manchester with a win. This guy goes there and changes the whole landscape of everything because of his lack of how to. The second goal, the shot wasn't that great. He just didn't hold it. It just clapped badly. It was just a mess. Just an absolute mess.
That's why I'm more disappointed with the second goal, because I see it every single week.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, very disappointed with the first one. The fact that he saw the ball, literally just follow the ball. And this is what people say, concentration, lack of concentration. It's like you think, okay, yeah, this is easy. Fair enough, you're a confident guy. He's a confident guy. He's a confident guy. Yeah, that's fine. But you've got to do the basics. And that's something I've noticed with him. He's just not focused enough. He goes to sleep, and this then happens. But the second goal is unforgivable for me. Every single week, literally, it's like, here you go.
Have a second attempt.
Yep.
Right.
It's a legit strategy to just have a go at Ganacho. Have a go at Onana and just follow through. Because he's going to cough the ball up.
Do you guys remember that Europa League game we watched when the manager of the team said the manager of the team said Onana, said the players should target Onana, and they were just taking shots. I don't know if you remember. You guys remember?
Yeah,
it was an away Europa League game. Yeah.
The worst part about Onana, let me say this: the worst part about Onana is after the game we should have been celebrating Lenny Euro's first goal, and we should have been celebrating Joshua Zirkzee goal.
Winner. Yeah, the winning
winner. It should have been celebrating that, but Onana took that away from us. That's why it's unforgivable what he did.
Right. Well, we now moved on to the next game of the week, which was a Sunday at St. James Park, the high-flying Carabao Cup winners for 2025. High-flying Newcastle United at St. James. They had already beaten us Old Trafford 2 goals. At Old Trafford, which was scored in 10 minutes, and we could not get anything done in 80 minutes. But this was an attempt to see what we could do differently. I spoke with Positive Joe on Thursday. He had no hope of us getting a result, but I don't think he expected a complete shambolic, utter abysmal performance today. Vim, 4 goals conceded today, based on individual errors, however you want to see it, but it is what it is, mate.
Yeah, well, I was traveling during this game, but I listened to most of it on the radio, and it was, from what I heard, the first half was okay.
Yeah.
Second half was a collapse.
Completely.
Now, I missed what happened with Joshua Zirkzee, but I think he started off well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I didn't actually see the match, so I listened to the radio. So he seems to be on an upward trajectory. He's improved a lot.
He was knitting the things together.
Yeah, but it seems like we have a bit of bad luck, because every player that seems to be stepping up, fighting hard, is getting injured. We had it with Ahmad, now we've got it with Zirkzee. Martinez,
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
few others. We're having a bit of bad luck.
Delict as well.
Delete.
Delict
Delict.
was coming
The
into the
players
role.
that are
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
stepping up are
Mhm.
getting hurt. And the players that are just coasting along, enjoying their payday, not really caring about this club, are just
Just
sailing
sitting back.
through, sitting
Yeah.
back and sailing through.
Vim, your mate Luke
Dallo,
Shaw
Yeah.
came on today.
Hoyland.
Oh, did he?
Oh, Luke Shaw, he
For
came on, yeah.
how many minutes?
15 or 20. Was he up
15
to
or
that?
20?
Guys, was he
Wow.
up to 20 or 15 minutes?
Let me see.
No,
I think about
It was
20.
about 10 minutes or so. I said
10,
10
minutes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
10.
Wow.
Yeah. But he did well in the 10 minutes. But obviously, that's typical Luke Shaw until he gets injured again. He put in a great ball for Highland and to head the ball, and obviously he mistimed it,
Missed.
misjudged it.
What's his weekly wage again? 200,000 or something? 150
I think he's on.
Sure.
for 10
It's good.
minutes.
Too much.
I mean, that's really well paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys,
He
my
came in at
battery's
78
failing.
minutes.
Okay, I might just drop off. My battery's failing on the
Okay.
laptop.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, not yet though.
All right. Mr. Fortress, when you saw this game,
hmm
Bayinda in goal, were you a bit hopeful? But the
Uh,
opponent was high-flying Carabao winners
mm,
Newcastle.
yeah. I was happy by India was in goal, but when I saw the fullback Amas, I
Mm.
thought,
And
And the
Lindelof,
first Lindelof, the first thing I thought is this guy's thrown in the towel for the league, and yeah, you could just tell, Casemiro wasn't even in the squad. Harry Amas, we've been crying for Harry Amas to come into the team. All of a sudden, a big game at Newcastle, where I would have brought him in the next game against Wolves at home.
yeah.
Less pressure there. He starts. Lindelof. The game was done. As soon as I saw Lindelof, I thought, this, But yeah, I thought we were gonna, at least from a goalkeeping perspective, we were gonna see a better performance. But every time he got the ball, the Newcastle fan, he was just so nervous with the ball and near misses. There was a
Exactly.
time. Do you remember when he tried to cut in and everyone's like, "Whoa," and he almost gave the ball away, and then eventually cost us a goal.
The defense did not show any confidence either. His cover
True,
was,
true. Fair enough. Fair point.
and you saw
Yeah.
Mazraoui slip. That was
hmm
God. And we got punished every time we made the mistake. We were punished, mate.
Yeah. Like you
Yeah.
said, the game today was at the top of the show. You said, Tim, that rightly so. The game was basically formed from individual errors. There's too many mistakes. Too many mistakes.
Where did
Paid
all
for
the
every
mistakes
single one
come
of them.
from? Amas.
Mazraoui slipped
Yeah.
and
Lost the possession.
lost possession,
Mhm.
and they took the ball. He slipped just outside the 25-yard box.
Yeah.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
Then
first
Bayinda
goal.
kicked another ball. They headed
Yeah.
it. The ball didn't
Yeah.
go past 6 yards.
Yeah. He
The
cost us a
first goal
goal
was
by India.
the first concession was class though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but
That was
Euro and
class.
the
That
first
was
goal was good because,
that
hmm
was
but
yo,
Lindelof
Vim,
got
go watch that first goal. Isaac
Match
trapping
of
the
the day
ball.
tonight, man. I'll be watching match of the day.
Euro and
The ball's passed to Isaac. He traps the ball, right? Lindelof comes to give him
took his
pressure.
height
He
to put the ball.
flicks it over Lindelof, passes it over to what's his name? Tonali,
Yeah.
right? And Tonali buried it
Volleyed
bottom
it.
left corner.
So they're pretty
Oh, it
lethal, aren't
was
they? Newcastle. They're
that
very
was that
lethal
was
nowadays.
we saw that first. Well,
Yeah.
but we held them. They scored that goal, we equalized, and then we just held them that second half. So I felt like
So
I didn't feel like anybody immediately needed to be substituted at the half. And we
yeah.
just kept on playing our
Because
game.
they were
Like
in the game.
So
Yeah.
why did it go wrong in the second half?
Two individual mistakes.
Yeah.
Bayinda's mistake,
This is the
Mazraoui
third goal, I
falling
believe.
down.
And
Yeah.
Dalot's mistake. Dalot's mistake for the
Yeah.
the second goal.
Yes.
Newcastle's
Yeah,
second
Dalot.
goal. The guy
Yeah.
just walked past him like he
Yeah.
wasn't even there and just crossed the ball.
Caught the ball back.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, that's Dalot. That's Dalot though.
Terrible. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
that's Dalot.
Defensively,
That's
she's shocking.
that's the one that won the Dalot Basaka Awards. He's the one that
I
came
know.
out on top.
And this was immediately, after second half. I think it was
Yeah.
was it 5 minutes into the second half?
Yes.
And since then, we just went crumbling
Yeah.
down like
Yeah.
a pack of
In the
cards.
49th minute.
Yeah. As soon as this half started, they came on us like flies to poo poo and just attacked. Zoom.
Then Binder tries to pass the ball out, kicks it straight to Joe
The guy
Ellington's
heads it right
face.
back.
Ellington, yeah,
He heads it right back
to
into
Bruno
the pad.
Guimaraes,
Like it was like,
It
come
was a
on, man.
catalogue of errors at the back.
And those kind of errors, it'll make a team think, oh man, this is fake. These are like Looney Tune shit. This is like Looney Tunes. You know, like what is going? People are slipping. All it's missing is like the sound effects.
It's a mess, man. It was a mess. It was a shit show.
Clear the ball, it go, and then just like it was Looney Tunes. You know,
something you shouldn't be seeing. This is something you shouldn't be seeing in even Sunday League. If this something like this is happening in Sunday League, people are going, there'll be fights. Players will be pushing each other, going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it's happening in a professional
Premier
League football match.
Yeah.
You know?
And you could see Amarin's body language. He's like,
he's
with white flag up, like,
the Premier League's done for him. He's not.
Yeah, I mean,
he knows this team can't do anything in the Premier League.
Let me ask you a question. Are we okay with Amarin throwing the league?
I mean, not throwing the league.
To concentrate on the Europa, because it's clear that's what happened today, right? We were nervous at the back. He kept Lindelof in that game. 2, he took Bruno out with 10 minutes left of the game. 3, he kept Maguire and Heaven on the pitch. 4, he like another key
started
substitution.
Amas.
Started Amas for Doku on the bench.
Why would you want to do it? Yeah,
and he brought Luke Shaw.
Yeah,
he brought on Luke Shaw. You know,
so I think you're right. His priority is Europa.
Yeah, it's Europa.
So is that a bad thing, prioritizing and putting all his eggs into one basket?
I don't think so at all.
Because there's nothing else. There's no other basketball in the other eggs, are there?
Yeah, I'll start the under 18s.
Guys, we've got 6 more fixtures. Have you seen 6 more fixtures to go for this season in the Premier League?
Who we got?
Have you seen it? We're not going to win. I posted in the group. Let me just read it out.
Yeah.
So we've got Wolves at home. We're not winning that. We've got Bournemouth away. We're not winning that.
Not winning that.
Brentford away. We're not winning that.
No.
West Ham at home. Look at what they did to Liverpool today. We're not winning that. Chelsea
today. Wait.
West Ham. Yeah.
Liverpool.
They
lost to Liverpool.
But Liverpool scored in the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Actually, last minute to win the game. Chelsea away. We're not winning that. And then Villa.
Yeah. Wow.
We're not winning any of those games. We're not winning.
I'll be lucky if we can get.
Come on.
I can't see 9 out of those.
Something.
That's 18 points. I can't see 9.
I'm talking about wins. Wins. Can you see any wins from those?
I cannot.
You see, I'm saying now, out of those 18 points available, I can't see 9 where we could find 9 out of those 18.
I can't.
If Xerxes out for the season, we're done. We're not going to win any of those.
Well, I could probably see 3 points.
I can see 3 points.
3 draws somewhere. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
We'll but
if Xerxes out for the season, I would maybe think we lose 5 out of those 7 games.
I think the only thing that can spur us on, if we beat Lyon, I think players will fight for their positions to go, okay, yeah, we've got something to fight for. I think that will keep us going. But if we go out on Thursday, then it's curtains, game, set, and match. Yeah. You might as well just bring the kids in and just send these clowns off.
The preseason has officially begun. If we lose on Thursday.
Yeah.
So, how hopeful are you guys? I'm going to start with Vim. How hopeful are you on Thursday against Lyon?
Well, if we start with our strongest 11, Binder plays, get all the informed players in. I don't know what we're going to do up front though.
There's only Rasmus.
Yeah, but he might as well just put on a 12-year-old. He can't. What can Rasmus do? Someone was saying to me as a joke, right? Put Harry Maguire as a centre forward and put Rasmus in the centre back.
He'll still fumble.
I
Yeah.
will actually do that. The thing about Harry is he gets to the end of crosses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's got a move. He's got some movement. He's got something about him up
Yeah.
front.
He's a point man, isn't he? He's like a
Yeah.
big point man with a big head.
And Doggo
But
does push
he
some
can
good
head the
crosses,
ball.
though.
Yeah, he can head the ball.
He can head the ball. His
And he
timing
can
is
actually hold up
is
play.
okay.
Yeah, and bring people in, unlike Highland.
Yeah,
Harry can
but
actually hold up the ball and bring people in.
Yeah, but he can't.
Guys?
Harry can't head the ball in the right direction. Sometimes he just heads it, but he just goes in the wrong place. But Rasmus can't even jump up to head a ball.
Joe's gonna got all that up.
What do you reckon?
Joe.
Harry as a striker.
Guys, I've never heard such a more ridiculous thing in my life.
Would you not put
This is
Harry
Rasmus
up
can't
front?
do anything, can he? Rasmus
What
can't
would-
do anything.
Yeah,
There's a guy we
Would
call
you
the
not-
fridge.
yeah, but still.
Do you have any better
So it's
alternatives,
way too
mate?
slow.
It's only Rasmus. It's Rasmus.
If we're gonna do something like that, I would say Lenny Euro, not Maguire. He's better on the ball, better with his foot. You know,
No, we're talking
We're gonna do
about
something like that.
crosses. Route 1,
Yeah.
where we can whip crosses in.
He
You
can
know?
come back and defend,
No.
but he's got to be able to
no,
run
he's not.
forward.
He's not. He's too
for the
slow. He's not
crosses.
going to be able to come back. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's not
Give
going to
him,
make it back.
give him a 5-minute head start, and then you should be able to get back in time.
Let's just go ahead and dead that one real quick. That's
So,
that's not gonna
so,
work.
so,
But who's
do
going to
you
score
think
the
we could get
goals
this game done in 90 minutes? I
against
don't want to
Lyon?
do extra time with penalties. I just can't do that.
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll get a goal, a couple of goals, a goal somewhere, and he'll get nervous, and maybe Leon will come out, and then we'll get another. I think we'll be fine. Yeah,
You're
because of-
confident. You're confident.
I
we'll
think
get through.
I think it'll at least
Yeah.
go to extra time.
There is a
Really?
way
Yeah.
to win this game actually, because if Ruben can get into the players' heads and says, "Look, this is it. This is the game
That's what I
of
told
the
Joe today.
season," which is what it is. This is the penultimate game. This is the only game that's going to really matter to you now, because the Premier League is dead, is gone. Everything else is gone. All we have is a single game to progress in Europa League. I want the best 11. I want the best performance. I want the performance of the season. Gets into the player's head. They do that. They can win
You know,
game by game.
are we making the assumption that is not what Ruben Amorim has been asking for these guys this entire
Well, we don't
season?
know. We don't know because there seems to be the similar
If this
kind
is
of
the
performance.
if this is the first time Ruben Amorim is giving them this speech for this game,
But
He
this
deserves to get
is a
sacked.
game of a high magnitude. It's completely different from the previous games. Yes,
There's
he will
nothing
motivate
else.
them. He would
Yeah.
have told them, hey, before they go to game. But this game is the pinnacle and literally the last chance saloon. That is it. They don't win, no Europe for next season. Zoom.
well,
So he will stress the importance and significance of this game. This game is like a 6-pointer. This is like you win, you get promoted. You lose, you get relegated. That is how it should play in their head.
It's a playoff, in the championship when they do
Exactly.
the playoff. This is a
Yeah.
playoff,
Yeah.
a playoff to to the semi-final of the.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just have it hard to believe that individuals that have not been able to find the testicular fortitude in themselves this entire year, all of a sudden are going to be, jazzed up
Is
because
that a
of a
term?
speech.
Testicular fortitude.
Oh
I've heard
yeah,
that one before.
go on it. They just don't. This team has no balls,
Right.
and just like we said before, right? Bad luck. The ones with the balls keep getting injured.
Yeah.
Martinez
Is
got
Delete going to be
balls.
back?
No, not this game.
Oh,
He's scheduled for late April.
who? Delete?
Back. Yeah, Delit. Yeah.
Oh,
What's Dillett's injury? Does anyone know?
Ankle. He rolled his ankle
Ankle.
against.
I remember.
Against
Yeah, he
Nottingham
did.
Forest. He carried on.
Yeah.
He carried on, but after the game, he was done.
So all we've got really is Kobe, Aiden's back, Luke Shaw for 2 minutes, Casemiro,
Mount.
Dorgu, and
Yeah.
Mount.
Yeah.
We've got to win the Europa League with those guys.
Yo, they're gonna do studies about this Europa League. Like, if we end up winning this thing, yo, this has to go into the archives for real.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Straight into
if
the
we end up
archives.
winning it, it will be so good. It'll be really
FIFA
good
Hall
for
of
us.
Fame. It's got to go into the
really good.
archives, man. Yeah.
So good.
So, who's bold enough to make a prediction score? As in prediction score, not extra time, as in 90 minutes. Who wants to go first?
I say
1-0.
1-1 at the end of regulation. That's all I can give.
You can say what? After 90 minutes, how many?
1-1.
1-1. So you're already predicting the extra time.
Extra time at least. Yeah.
I
would
think,
say
go on.
I'll go 3-1 United. I think
Really?
yes.
Who's
I
going
think
to score 3 goals?
Is Ruben gonna suit up?
I was about to ask you the same question,
Bruno,
mate.
Yeah.
Bruno hat-trick.
Bruno's gonna score. I think
Yeah.
maybe we'll nick a corner or something. I think maybe Garnacho will score as well. I think Garnacho will score. I think Bruno will score. And maybe someone else.
Rasmus.
I think we'll be on it. I think the guys will know, look,
That's what
this
I'm
is
saying,
it. This is it. Because when you put Man United in a position where they know this is it, it's at Old Trafford, it's under the lights, the fans are on it. We know we just need to win and get to the semi-final. I think, Leon will be. They won't.
Yeah.
It'll be too much for Leon to.
The fans are going to be really
It'll be
noisy.
too much for Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fans will be on it.
So,
Yeah.
These are not.
So what do you think about this? Bruno
What's your
as a
prediction?
false. Oh yeah,
Your
1-0.
prediction?
Well,
1-0?
let me run this by you first, and then I'll give a prediction. But what do you think about Bruno as a false 9, with Eriksen and Casemiro, central midfield, maybe rotating, can Ugarte play?
Yeah.
He's yellow carded,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Ugarte has to be there.
Mhm.
Eriksen and Casemiro being the creative hub, with Bruno as a false 9, who we know can score goals in the absence of Xerxes and Rasmus. Would that work?
Then
Yeah.
you're putting Garnacho and who on the...
Is Ahmad back?
No.
Ahmad's not back,
No.
is he?
No,
Right,
Ahmad
so
is not
Garnacho on the wings, Mason Mount on the other one.
I'll actually play Kobe there instead of
On the
over
wing?
Mason Mount. Over Mason Mount. Yeah.
Kobe could support Bruno up front.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Because
But
Bruno's the only one that's scoring goals, really, isn't he?
Mount needs
He's
to
the only
get
one.
it together. Mount needs to get it together.
I don't think
Mount?
he's ready. He's not ready to start. He just runs around like a headless chicken. There's no direction. There's no like ambition.
But he presses, though. He does press.
Oh.
That's it. That's
Put it
all
this
that
way:
money?
we were
Just to press?
2-1 down. We were 2-1 down when he came in. We
Mhm.
ended up losing 4-1. How did that happen? What pressing is he doing?
Did he
He's
give
just
the
running
ball
around.
away? I mean, that's what he does. He runs around. But did he
runs
give the ball
around.
away?
Okay,
Was he at
but-
fault?
But
yeah,
Newcastle
I didn't
it wasn't
see it.
pinned
his
us
fault.
back. Newcastle pinned us back.
Yeah.
They played
they
the
did.
ball in our own half.
They forced us into errors. They didn't give us
Literally.
space. They high pressed us so much. And
And Bayern there looked very nervous passing the ball.
He did.
I'm not gonna lie.
because they
Yeah,
were
very
everywhere.
nervous.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere he looked, there was
And
a black and white, black and white, black and white.
The thing is,
The way
he's
they
not had.
positioned themselves.
Bayern has not had a lot of competitive games, though, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
Banana's
yes.
been
I
in the
will,
limelight all the time.
I will say, with the way the league is looking, I say we keep Bayern there for the rest of the Premier League
Yeah.
games, just to get him a run of games. You know,
Yeah.
we don't want to do it in the off season. Let's get him some competitive games against some teams that are trying to do something. Every single one of those teams, a lot of those teams that we're playing are trying to get into Europe in one way, shape, or form, right? So, like, who do we have? We have who are we playing?
What are you talking about? Europa League?
Europa League, Conference League. Okay, so we're playing. Wolves are not playing for anything. Bournemouth.
Oh, what they're playing for, right? Well,
Yeah. So
a lot of them are playing for top 4, aren't they?
Yeah, Bournemouth are
Or
going to beat
high,
us.
or top 6. Bournemouth definitely beat us.
Yeah, they've beaten us over the last 2 seasons. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
I think we could beat West Ham for real.
I don't know, you know. I don't know.
What was the last result? They
Then we'll
beat
beat
us.
West Ham.
What was the
We're not
last
beating-
result?
We're
against
not
West
beating
Ham. They
West Ham
beat us,
though.
didn't they?
We're not beating West Ham.
Yeah, they beat us at
Yeah, they
at
beat
the
us.
Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ETH's last game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the game that got him
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah. When we were demanding a penalty, or they gave them a penalty, or something along
And
those lines.
Dallo missed a sitter, like
Yes.
literally open goal.
When he
game
went for
winner.
the spectacular.
Yeah, that's the game that got ETH sacked. So yeah, and they've got a new manager, and they've been playing
Where
well.
West
So
Ham? Where West Ham in the league?
I think they're just behind us,
West Ham.
No, Tottenham is behind us. West Ham is 17th,
17th.
just
Okay.
above relegation.
Well, they
Wow.
gave Liverpool a game today. Liverpool scored. When did Liverpool score the winner? They scored the winner. Van Dijk scored in the 89th minute.
Wow.
Yeah, so they
Okay,
gave
so-
Liverpool a proper
You
game.
see, I was
The
talking
thing
to
is,
my
West Ham are safe. They're on 35 points. Ipswich are on 21, so they're safe. So all they're doing is just to climb up the table as much as possible, like we are.
I was talking to my Arsenal mate. He said he thinks the way things are going, Arsenal going to finish third.
Third. Who's
Yeah.
going to finish second then?
He said Man City. Because
Nah,
Man City all of a
Eh?
sudden started to get Man City
Say
are
what
taking 3
now?
points.
Man City won't finish second.
Arsenal's got 63 points.
Yeah.
City's on 55.
Did
Yeah,
Forest
So
win?
with the way Arsenal keep drawing every game, last week draw, this week draw, the week before draw, and every time they're drawing, Liverpool finding how to literally win convincingly. Liverpool just barely, at this point, I think Liverpool under so much pressure. If
Mhm.
Arsenal were that close, I think they'll fumble because they still have a little
Yeah.
cushion. If this title was neck and neck, I say neck
Yeah,
and
yeah.
neck.
That's the thing about Arsenal. When the pressure comes, they choke. When there's no pressure, they can beat anyone. And like the Real Madrid game, there's no pressure, underdog mentality. They do that. But when it's you've got to go and win,
Right,
they choke.
right.
Nottingham Forest did lose to Everton, by the way.
None for us lost today.
They lost yesterday to
Yeah.
Everton.
To Everton, I don't know how that happened.
How did that happen?
That's
Everton are above us now, by the way.
It's everyone. Yes, use the opportunity to welcome UK representative Richard, Mr. Strict. How are you, brother?
Yeah, not bad. How are you doing? You okay?
We all right, mate. Been a while. How are you, Globetrotter?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Right, we were just talking about
I've kind of written off the season, so the results in the league are kind of not. I'm trying not to be affected by them anymore.
right. Did you see the game today?
Yeah, I watched it.
Going from 1-1 to lose 3 goals in the second half. Your take quickly.
We lost control when Xerxes came off. He's kind of like the glue up front. So as soon as he replaced him with Højlund, yeah, we lost complete control. They kept him bypassing the midfield. Midfield was getting ran through. Defense was under pressure. And unfortunately, by there, he had his audition to start for Thursday, but he didn't convince anyone today.
But was it, apart from the mistake he made, were the other goals really his fault per se? If you see the first
It
goal,
wasn't.
which was
It was all. I mean, most of it was individual errors, wasn't it?
Yes.
Gallo bad defending. I can name countless others.
Mazraoui slipping.
Exactly. So it wasn't entirely his fault, but
Well, the third one clearly was obviously his fault.
yeah. That was a shocker. But at the end of the day, look, the league has been done for months, right? Top 4 has been done for months. Top 5, because this season they're giving everyone a lifeline by giving the 5th place team access to Champions League. That's been gone. So I think we've just got to focus on Thursday. For the remainder of the season, just play the youngsters, give them experience. We can't get relegated. I don't think we'll get relegated.
How hopeful are you for Thursday? How hopeful are you? With
Um,
Xerxes out now.
Xerxes is a big blow. I like him as a footballer. I don't think he's got enough goal threat, but without him, I don't think we have much of a chance, especially with Højlund in poor form. He doesn't have any confidence. He doesn't even look like a Premier League striker, to be honest. He looks like a Championship striker. So we haven't got a chance.
So you're saying we're done?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I don't have any optimism for Thursday, unfortunately, guys.
Wow. Guys, you heard
So
this.
you think you were going to lose, Richard, on Thursday?
You think we're going to lose on Thursday?
I think we'll lose. We're going to go to something like penalties, and then that's when we're going to get knocked out.
Oh no, if it goes to penalties, I'm gonna. Oh,
Yeah, I
Jesus.
think we'll
So
contain them in 90 minutes, but we're not going to have enough to beat them
to put
in
them
normal
away.
time.
Yeah.
Sorry?
So we don't have enough ammunition to put them away within 90 minutes.
No, I mean, where are the goals coming from? Apart from Bruno, who I've been
But the,
critical of, by the way, but
Ganacho,
he's been good. He's been a very good player recently. So apart from Bruno,
Ganacho
where are
got a
the
goal
goals?
today, which might boost his confidence. You don't think?
Ganacho
No,
is selfish. He thinks he's Ronaldo. Um, he does. He's interested, not the teams. The interest is in him. Brand Ganacho, nothing more, nothing less. So I don't have any faith in Ganacho. He needs to. He's another one that can go for all I care. We're not going to win on Thursday. I can't see where the goals are coming from.
Wow.
but
Dang.
the
It.
Rich,
team is
don't you
the
think?
team is already
Don't you think?
confirmed.
Old Trafford, European night under the lights,
Mr.
fans,
Fortress. Oh God,
fans are on it. Like
Yeah, keep
Old
on.
Trafford's
Continue,
buzzing.
please.
Well, who's going to
Mr.
start?
Fortress is back.
Which
Huh?
goalkeeper is going to start? Is it going to be
That's
Onana or Brian Deer?
a good question. I think Onana will come back. I think
Right.
Onana will come back.
So Onana under pressure, has he delivered for United when we're under pressure?
No,
There you go.
but
There's the answer.
I just think the ball would be in the Leon half most of the game because we messed up last Thursday. We messed up massively today. This is our last chance for the season. The players have to be on it. Fans are going to be on it. Like we're at home under the lights.
It's not
No, you don't
happening.
see it.
We
I
can't
want to be
play
positive, but
Onana on Thursday.
we
But
can't.
it's not what we think.
I
Can't.
agree with
It's
him,
not what we
but
think. But I think the manager's going to bring him back.
No, but
I
you
think,
can't. It'll be a big mistake because if we lose that game, his
and he
career
mentioned,
pretty much finished.
yeah,
So
Wow.
you've got to play by in there, and you've got to let him. You've got to let Onana rest and clear his head. Apparently, his wife was mugged or something like that.
yeah, she was burgled a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
wow.
So
Mm.
yeah, whatever
In Manchester?
stuff is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was in. Was it Manchester?
It was in Manchester.
Right.
Hoodlums, they don't
Shit.
change.
Yeah, you can't
Damn,
play.
Manchester's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's north side of England. They're rough out there, bro. It's just rough.
I mean, was it like on the street or something, or was it like at the
Yeah, on the
house?
street. She was robbed on
He
the
was robbed
street.
in the street. But it's been happening. Paul Pogba got robbed. Wasn't it? Robbers came to his house,
Ooh,
robbed his stuff. Paul Pogba.
yeah, yeah.
And
They came to
Di
burgle his house.
Maria,
Yeah,
it happens, So
Damn, that's a rough one.
it is rough. So Rich has now said he doesn't think we are going to get through that game on Thursday.
No.
I see his points. I do see his points. Rasmus, maybe that might be the day Rasmus delivers. That
No,
might be the
no,
day.
like oh,
It can
man.
happen.
It can
It,
happen.
it
Can.
can,
Stranger
It
it
things
can
have
happen.
happened
can,
in football.
but it hasn't all
No, but we haven't played
That's the
that
thing. It
optimal
hasn't
game
all
that defines.
season.
This is a game that might make someone become a hero on Thursday. Are you gonna go as a gladiator? Are you gonna go there as a twat? It's two options there.
I think the people that are gonna score, it's not gonna be those guys. It's gonna have to be something like Ugarte or Lenny Euro or Maguire. That's what it's gonna take, man. Because
So you're saying they're gonna score
the
before
team,
Rasmus scores?
they're certainly gonna score before we score. Right, the
Wow.
team has already confirmed that Xerxes is set to miss this Thursday's game.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
It's what I'm saying is the way Bruno's absence affects our style of play. I'm seeing the same thing with Xerxes. When Xerxes is not on the pitch, being that glue that links the midfield and the forwards or the attacking, we look completely different. Rasmus is not coming back. He's not able to look at how many times today Xerxes got the ball, right? He does doing the same exact thing Rasmus does, and his technique just like shifts people out of his way. Just like, and he retains possession, Oh, remember that? Oh my God. I know because everything happened, the way the game ended, there was like within the first 10 minutes of the game,
Yeah,
It was
the
a
one
link-up
touch
play
flick.
between
Yeah, Bruno
Ericsson,
and Xerxes.
Bruno,
Yeah,
Xerxes. Oh
right.
man,
That was good. That was really good.
yo, come on, man. I just wish he was faster though. You know what I mean? Like they're just
More
and then
clinical.
with
Hasn't he lost a
yeah,
bit of weight? He looks a bit leaner now.
It does. It does. I thought he
Xerxes.
did.
And
he
he's
looks like he
faster
can.
as well.
He looks like he can lose a few more.
He can lose
I'm
a bit
just
more, but he
he
seems a bit
can,
leaner.
Is he?
I think
Someone
he's
said
been
that.
trained. Someone's been training him hard. He's probably had personal coaching, and because this something has switched within Xerxes in the past month or so.
Someone
He was a
told me to ask
sloppy
you guys.
player, and he was slow, but he's
Right.
improved.
Someone told me
yeah.
to ask: Is Xerxes better than Lukaku? Vim, start.
Yes, I think he is.
Better footballer. I think he's a better
Yeah,
footballer.
I think so because
Best
Lukaku
footballer,
was a bit clumsy. Lukaku's just like a version of Rasmus, but he could score sometimes, but he was very clumsy, and his positioning was really bad.
Well,
Xerxes got better finesse, got better ball control. I think Xerxes is better, but I think Xerxes needs to go on and improve his end product.
right.
Yeah, exactly. I think if Xerxes gets some of that Zlatan Ibrahimovic gene, yeah, Zlatan was a similar profile, very tall.
So you
very-
agree he's better than Lukaku?
As a footballer, yeah, but he doesn't have the finishing that Lukaku has. So
Okay.
Lukaku is probably more valuable in the team because Lukaku scores goals. But if Xerxes,
So then he's
if
better
Xerxes can score 15 to 20 goals, he will be awesome, honestly.
Right.
I think he'll get there as well.
Joe,
If you say Lukaku's a better striker, yes, but Xerxes I think is
a better
on his way
footballer.
up.
a better
He's a
footballer.
better footballer all round. Yeah.
Right. Joe, Xerxes, Lukaku.
What's the question? Let me hear the question.
Is
again.
Lukaku a better striker than Xerxes? I think he's
Yes,
a better striker.
Lukaku is a better striker.
Right.
Lukaku brings more value to a team because he scores goals. And the point of the game is to score goals, not to link up, not to mix things up, not to, it's to score goals. So as far as value is concerned, Lukaku does his job better than Xerxes. I would say Lukaku is the better player. Like a better athlete, Xerxes, obviously. Xerxes is a
Mr.
better
Fortress.
athlete.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's footballing wise, Xerxes is better. But it's Xerxes. I understand. I get what you guys are saying, but I can't see Xerxes being a goal scorer because he's even in his head, he tells himself that he's a 9.5. He's never going to be in the box. He's never going to be that guy getting, at the end of crosses or trying to win a header and busting the gut to get it. He's never going to be that guy. He's a guy that will get the ball, turn, link up play, and then arrive late into the box. But you want someone that's going to get into the box first. That fox in the box. He's never going to be a fox in the box type forward. So to answer the question, yes, he's better footballing wise, but he's not going to score you 15, 20 goals. He's not
So
that
who's
guy.
the better
makes
player?
sense.
Like
Xerxes.
their jobs,
Footballer, yeah.
Better footballer
their
Xerxes.
jobs,
Yeah.
yes, but their jobs is to score goals, correct?
Is Xerxes
Right.
a striker? Xerxes is not a
They're
striker,
not a
though.
striker per
He's
se.
more of a 10. He's more of a 10, 9.5. That's what he calls himself anyway. You see what I'm saying? So he's not going to score
25 goals a
for
season.
you. No, he's not
If
that
you
guy.
compare
He'll
him
never
to
be
a
that
Who
guy.
would you
He's
rather
not-
play football with? Would you rather play football with Lukaku or Xerxes?
Xerxes, yeah, 100%. There's two
Xerxes.
different topics. If we're talking
It
about goal
depends. It depends on
scoring,
who I am. If
Yeah.
I'm Bruno, I would rather play with Lukaku. If I am a striker, I would rather play with Xerxes.
yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But all right. Question time, guys. Let's get some questions. Anyone got a question?
Are we prepared to end the season on Thursday mentally?
No.
No, mate. No.
No!
Are we mentally
It
prepared
can't be over
to
on
end the
Thursday.
season?
It just cannot
on
be.
Thursday?
If it is over, I'm blaming it on Onana. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Someone's got to
I
take
would
the
also
blame.
blame it on you. Yes.
Because we were leaving. The plane was warming up to just fly out with the 3 points or the win. These guys pulled the plane down. Nah, man. He said, not so soon.
He pulled the plane down, you know.
Every
You
time
know, I think,
I close my eyes, I see him push that ball right back again.
do you know what it is?
Uh,
The embarrassing thing about it is he gave it all the talk before the game.
It was
He's
the talk.
He
Come
literally
on.
proved Matic right. Statistically, he is the worst. Matic won't lie because Matic has seen this guy like this guy.
of
I don't
course.
know what you see in him. He's rubbish. It literally is nothing for the same thing.
The thing is with Matic, though, he's got every right to say it, being a Manchester United player, an ex-Manchester
Mhm.
United.
Yeah.
And he knows, and the stats
Yeah.
have been proven that Onana is historically the worst
He was
goalkeeper we've
saying the
ever had.
truth though. He was saying the truth though.
He was saying the truth, and he's got a
And
right
this
to
guy
say it.
proved it.
You have
Not
to
once,
go
but
back.
twice.
You have to go back to when motherfuckers was drinking on the job to find a worse goalkeeper than Andre Onana.
As bad as Taibi was, he still could hold the ball.
Yeah,
But
Tybee
Tybee
better
was
than
a regular
Onana.
starter though, so
Yeah,
so
exactly.
this is why Onana is the worst. It's a
So-
shame because look, I'm pretty sure everyone in this room wanted Onana to do well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we all
Yeah.
wanted, especially when De Gea left under the circumstances.
Yeah.
But I remember the start of last season. I remember if you
Yeah.
go back, I said he's not.
Yeah, you called it out early.
You said it. You
called it out early.
It was
I was
in
like, no,
October
give him time.
2023. I said I watched the Champions League game.
Oh
The
God.
second
No.
Champions League game, I just completely gave up on him. I said, no, he's not going to be any good. This guy.
His
So-
positional play is poor.
So would we have been better off keeping Dean Henderson?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, for sure,
For
definitely,
sure.
yes.
He's better. He's better than this one. He's definitely better.
He's better.
He's better. I'm sorry. I'll
He
even
never
take
really.
that.
He didn't get a look in, did he? Really? He was.
No,
he was
didn't.
marginalised.
Ole lied to him.
No. What
He was very cocky though, Dean. He's
was
another
very cocky.
Onana from a cocky perspective. He was so cocky as Onana as well. Yeah.
Well,
But
he took the position from David De Gea, and then he
Yeah.
got COVID. While he had COVID, David De Gea came and played lights out and took the position back. Never, and this is after, yes, all they had told him that he was going to get the position, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's what happened. It was unfortunate, and then he started yapping his mouth, and then that's how you have to see you have to be seen the door.
But Brimage, you know the most disappointing thing about Onana is that we all bought him thinking he was going to be some playing goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Kicking's
I
not even
can't
that
see.
good.
I can't see anything he does with the ball.
His kicking's not that
You know,
good.
No, his kick is not. It's nothing special. Nothing. I'm sorry.
So-
I don't know where this kicking thinking because I've not seen anything. I really haven't.
Okay, so
I haven't.
I think it is
Was that kicking
fitting.
well with Ten Hag?
I think it is fitting, considering the recent games. We're going to make it official. Andre Onana, from Inter Milan to Manchester United, is now for the rest of the season will be deemed a fraud.
Yes.
Sir. That
But he was
gentleman
on the fraud list
pulled-
from a long time ago. He was already on the fraud list.
Fake it to make it.
I wanted him to work out, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it is. I thought maybe we can slide through one more season, get somebody else, but it's a priority now this summer to get another goalkeeper. It's a priority,
God.
and his
So-
contract's up at 28.
Oof. Ouch.
3
See,
years.
this is the problem. We're stuck.
Yeah.
We are stuck with him.
Another bad contract. At least he wasn't too expensive, right?
So that
50
leads me to
million.
my question then. How did we end up? How did Eric Ten Hag leave us with two
Because he said the guy
incompetent-
can play the ball with his feet. He said the guy
Okay,
can't keep the ball with his feet.
It's bad enough to have one, fair enough. But Bayinde as well. Like two incompetent goalkeepers. A club like Manchester United is just terrible.
I still think Bayern needs a run of games. I think he needs
Yeah,
a
I
run
think he
of
needs to
games.
run games.
Yeah.
So,
And I think
as long
Bayern is a better goalkeeper than Onana.
He
I'm
is.
sorry. I think
No,
he is.
he is. 100% he is.
Because this one is, I'm sorry. Every time I close my eyes, I just see him parrying that ball back to the Leon guy. I just see, it's like,
But knowing our luck, United will be winning 2-1 and Bayinde will pass the ball
oh man,
to
See that-
Lacazette. And Lacazette bags it in.
top bins.
Imagine doing that for a winner. Maybe Leon, you know what would happen? Leon scores, we equalize, and it was like, come on, United, yes, get in. 5 minutes to go. Bayindir just passes the ball to Lacazette and he
Yeah.
bangs it in for the winner.
That would be atrocious. I'm not even thinking that way. I can't. I can only see a victory, a United 3-2 victory is what I see. But I'm thinking, okay, if it's free, who's gonna score 3 goals for United? So I'm saying, all right, let's make it 2-1 to Man United, not 3-2. But the 2 goals, I think Bruno scored one,
Mhm.
and maybe our friend Rasmus might wake up.
Mm.
But football, you never know. You never know. Questions. Anyone got questions?
Amorim has never won a back-to-back game. Since
Really?
joining. No.
Really? So we've not done 2 in a row?
Nah. So out of 10, what would you give him since he joined? This is not an Amorim out, by the way. Yeah. But out of 10, what would you give him?
Thank you for that disclaimer.
I would go first. I would say, considering everything he has done dealing with, I'll give him 6.5. 6.5.
I like that too. 6.5. Yeah. It's not his team.
It's not his team.
Vim?
And he came mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
We were 14th when he left, when he came. We are what? Are we still 14th?
We're still 14th.
Yes, we're still 14th.
Nothing has changed.
He kept us from relegation.
No new manager bounce. That's a shame, bro. That's a shame.
But the good thing is, I think, the long term, if you look at it from a long term perspective, it's been a huge success in that he knows what the Premier League is about. He has a plan. He'll have a plan of what to do in the summer. He knows, he'll know what to do in terms of players he wants to get rid of. But imagine coming in the summer and these frauds put in fake performances in pre-season, and then we go into the season and we have a long season. So now he knows what to do. I think that's probably.
So what are you giving him on so far? What would you grade him?
6.
6.
Give him a 6. Yeah.
He's been racking my brains a little bit, Ruben. Not only is he's the coveted manager that we all wanted, that every club wanted. So I was really glad we got him. But playing players who are not in form, who are making mistakes week after week, they should not be played again. We've seen it over the past 10 years. They've got to be dropped, and he wasn't doing that with certain players. And I don't know why that is. Rasmus, Onana, Dalot, a few others. He was doing 50-50 with Rasmus and Xerxes. It was clear to everyone that the half that Rasmus played in was completely ineffective. You didn't give Bayern a chance in the cup games. You didn't give him a good run in Europa League. That was a mistake in my opinion. That he should have played him.
Dropping Casemiro as well. Do you think that was a mistake?
Casemiro, I think, because Ruben makes up his mind on something and he sticks to it. And he said that Casemiro doesn't have the legs. However, Casemiro does have amazing experience, and he knows how to win. And it's just some of the decisions that he's made.
So what's your tally so far?
My what?
What would you, after everything you're saying, where do you rate him?
I wish he was higher. And I don't want to get rid of him. I want to keep him.
Yeah.
But he's just done things to annoy me, that frustrate me, because we have to put up with the same
You're
shit.
taking it personal, are you?
No, but come on, man. We're Man United fans, right?
Yeah.
What do we do?
No, the way he said he's annoyed me.
He's annoyed me because he's persisted with certain players who should not be playing.
Right.
But he doesn't really have a choice because of so many injuries. Who are we replacing Dalot?
I'll give him. So don't play Onana when he keeps fumbling it. Okay, I'd give him 5.5.
But clearly there's something that he sees in Bayern there.
I was going to say 6. Okay. Yeah, go on.
I'm just saying there was something that he sees in Bayern there. What we saw today in Bayern there is what Amorim has been seeing in practice, and that's why Onana has been starting.
He's a good shot stopper, though, Bayern there. He's not best at distributing the ball and kicking it out.
If you look at the
you've got to let players have competitive games to build confidence.
Okay.
And if you keep, the foolish thing of like what Onana does with who is it with Haaland? You know, he stands. I think it's one of you guys shared it in the group.
Yeah, I
He
did.
stands
But
on one side
that
and
is
is
so
pointing there.
stupid. What?
You know,
I
he just
mean,
makes a complete fool of himself. What you just,
what's all
you know,
that?
why allow that to happen? Stop messing around. Stop clowning around. Be focused. This is the
This is
top
serious
job.
football. Do you think
This
this
is
is in
serious football. We ain't got
kickerback?
time for jokers. So yeah, those little things that, you know, persisting with players that are shit or playing badly, they've got to take stock,
God
go and
almighty.
rest, think about what they're doing, think about their performance, and let someone else compete for their position. And Bayanda didn't get enough of a chance, and that's why he's a bit nervous today.
Yes, I agree. I don't think he's had enough run of games. I think there
Yeah,
were times when Nana should have been dropped, but
yeah. And the other
right.
thing as well, right?
Hmm.
Like you, no, I don't think you guys would probably agree with this, but he only wants to play 3-4-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the team that we have can't play
Mm.
3-4-3.
Mm-mm.
And playing with three at the back, which then becomes five at the back,
Mm.
makes our midfield extremely weak. And he kept on with that system when it was hurting us. And I think we could have gained some extra points by
Back to
changing the system
4-4-2.
ever so slightly, yeah.
3-4-3.
By not having five at the back, having five at the back was causing serious problems for us. And
I think
he didn't want to
I'll
change
let you finish.
because of principle. He didn't want to change. I will not change the system, and I think it's really hurt us. So
I
that's also annoyed me.
I think that was a good. I think that was a great thing to do. I think it's good that he didn't change because we had to expose these frauds because you know players have been
But
managers have lost.
exposing frauds is not what the purpose is of this season for
Yeah, but
him. The
long
purpose
term though,
is to
long term.
climb up, taking on 14th position from the start of his job. The purpose is to try and get the best out of this squad, and this squad showed to us early on they can't play the 3-4-3 system.
But that's
And
what
we've seen it
Ten
time
Hag
and
did.
time again through the
That's
analysis that when we get pushed back, we go to five at the back, and our midfield becomes extremely narrow, which means that the
yeah,
spaces in front of the wing backs is completely open for the opposition to attack and to exploit. And it kept happening week after week.
yeah,
And
because
I
we don't
think
have the
that just small
players to
adjustment.
play
Yeah.
No, but
that
it's
way.
not. It's not.
I
No,
have a
in that
question for
system, in
Ben.
that case, it's the system
Yeah, it's a system,
being
but I'm
pushed
happy.
five at the
From,
back.
from my point of view, I'm happy he stood by his principles and did that because I think long term we will see the benefit of that. Because if you look at good managers, right, that's what they do. They come in and they set a precedent, and everyone has to follow it.
True, very
It will
true.
take bite the bullet. You know, eventually you pay you see the rewards and it pays dividends.
So
What we can't do is adapt to a system that suits the players because those players will get him the sack.
why doesn't
They
the
will
manager
go
Very true.
adapt? Why doesn't the
because that
manager adapt?
But
no
managers have
because
always
it's long
adapted.
term it's not good enough because long term we've been
He's
playing counter attacking but he has adapted. If you look at how we play of late, he has adapted. We're more of a counter attacking. We're not possession based. When he first came, he tried to get everyone to keep the ball and pass it around. It just wasn't working, and he tweaked the formations. The formation's still the same, but he's tweaked one or two things. I think going forward now, everyone knows that this is the style. He'll bring in players to suit that position, and we can move forward. If not, what would happen? What you will get is a Ten Hag situation where we'll play a formation to suit the players, into the top three, and then next season get annihilated left, right, and center, and we'll be back to square one. So I think
That,
it's
can I
yeah,
ask Ben a
Good valid
question?
points. I see Vin's point. Vin saying when things were going bad, he should have adapted to the system that the players will excel. Mr. Fortress is saying he's tired of seeing managers constantly bending over to let the players play into the system they're used to. When
yeah,
his system is
because
like it, because Ten Hag, remember, he was going to introduce the Dutch system.
yeah, he canned it, yeah,
He canned it,
and he got
and he
sacked.
said he said I can never play that. They can never play that the Ajax way. But that's what he said he was going to do. But these players are not good enough to play it. So he's sticking to his principles. Like, no, you will adapt to my system. Even the press have been
there is
hounding
a
him.
danger by sticking to his system.
Gary Neville and all them lot have been criticizing. He should have adjusted. He should have adjusted. Should have adjusted to
So the
four
danger
three
is
four
is
four
that
three three.
he could get himself sacked. Because if you go on a really bad form, a string of losing games, you can get yourself sacked by being rigid with your
True.
system.
True.
Yeah, but if he gets sacked, he gets another job elsewhere because people would know
But
this is
that's not
how
what
he
we want.
plays.
That's not what we want.
No,
We want him
for
to
us,
excel.
we want him
So
to excel, but we want him to excel. Play it. Look, the reason we went for
there's
Amorim was
no
because
reason why he cannot change
we
his
saw what he
system once
did.
he has the
We saw
players.
what he did. We saw what he was doing at Sporting Lisbon. That's why we got him. If not, we would have got Liverpool wanted it. The reason why Liverpool didn't go for it was because he said, "No, I'm always going to play three at the back." And Liverpool went, "No, then sorry,
So
we're going to go
what
for
system?
slot."
So Liverpool play 4-4-2, right? What
Yeah,
do City play?
they play
They
four.
wanted him. They play 4-4-2 as well.
No,
No,
City played
City didn't want
for.
Amorim. City didn't want Amorim. Not
City
yet,
did want
anyway.
Amorim.
Not.
They
There
was
were
they were they were
rumors. There were
touting him as the
rumors.
next successor to Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, but he would have gone there, and you would have done, probably you would have done the same.
But they have better
With
players who can adapt. I think they got
yeah,
better players who are better football.
So
We
look,
have a bunch of
yeah.
clowns.
No,
quantity and not
I think he
quality.
could have had a discussion with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and
Yeah,
various others in the new management structure and say, look, I don't have the right players to play the 3-4-3 system. I can stick with a system that will play to their strength just for this season, but you've got to promise me that you have to allow me to continue with my 3-4-3 system next season and get me the players I
Not a
need.
bad idea.
I
Not a
can't do
bad
it
idea.
now with the
No, it
players I have, and
becomes more difficult.
he's
It
proven he
becomes
can't
more
do it.
difficult. Yeah, it becomes more
I don't know.
difficult
No,
because
you have that
can't just wake up.
conversation.
You can't just wake up in one morning and change the formation and say, okay,
No, I
it's
did.
never
That's not what I
going to
said.
work.
That's not what I said. Have an agreement with the management that I can't do it with the players I've got this season to
They're
play
not good enough.
the system I want. You need to give
When are
me
you going to do it?
assurances that you get me the players I need for the next transfer window, summer transfer window, and I will do the best I can and play to the strength of the squad that I currently have.
Right.
Have an agreement. Sam Jim Ratcliffe, I think, would have probably agreed to that because he wants
It's not
success
about
on the
what
pitch.
Jim Ratcliffe. It's
It
the
is.
time it takes to implement a system. It's not. It doesn't. It's not an overnight. You can't just implement a system. During pre-season, it doesn't work that way. You have to
Yeah, it does
play
work.
So
consistently
you're not
over a long
sticking
period of time.
to a 4-4-2 system for the whole season. You're going to
I know what you're
change
saying,
it
but
game by
Okay.
when?
game, but
Let's
don't
let's
just
let's
be
proceed.
rigid. Don't be rigid 3-4-3 all the time.
Right.
Change
I
it
don't think that will work.
as needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. Should United sell Rashford or bring him back in? Richard.
Sell.
It's an easy
My
question.
bad.
Huh?
Easy. Sell. Get rid. I
Sell?
think that's.
Do Villa want him though?
I don't know, but that's one of the best things that Amorim's done this season was getting rid of him, sell him, and he's not even exactly pulling up trees for Villa anyway.
Oh, I
Apparently,
saw him
got
against PSG. He was missing in action.
yesterday he got subbed,
Terrible.
and
Ollie
Play
Watkins
into-
came on and scored.
started playing well. Rashford to me is as good as gone. Yeah,
Okay. So you don't think he's coming back?
nah,
No.
no chance.
Vim.
Is he coming back?
Yeah. Would you want him back?
No, I don't want him back.
No.
I want him gone for a long time.
Okay.
Joe. He's another one that's just enjoying the gravy train and damaging this club. He's got no motivation to play for Man United anymore.
Joe?
Yeah, gone. Yes, one of the biggest pluses Amorim did get rid of him.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are brutal. Right, let me go to Mr. Fortress. He's a big Rashford fan and supporter.
But Richard, you didn't give your rating, did you, for Amorim?
For Amorim,
Yeah.
5. He's had some
Five.
good. He's had some good parts of the season, but a lot of it isn't down to him. But then I can't ignore the fact that when he joined, we're only 4 points off the top 4.
Yeah, come to think about it.
We're
How many
only
points
4
are we up now? 15, 20?
I've stopped looking at the table. I don't even know where we are on the table, but we're only 4 points off. So the performances haven't been good enough. But I will give him till the summer. Let him get the players that he wants. Get rid of the players that he wants. And then by October, November, I'll start to have a clearer picture. If we're losing games and we're still 14th, 15th, 16th by October, November, I'm going to be one of the first to
Yeah,
say,
but the good thing, Rich, is that he's even said that himself. He said, "I don't want to be mid." You guys, I need to post that interview actually.
I think
Yeah,
he
post
said.
it.
I think
Yeah,
think
he
he's
said
already said it.
I'm not here to play mid table. I don't. He said, he's very
He's very
open and very honest. He said, I don't want to be using excuses, using time as excuses. I'm not a mid-table manager. I want to win. If I'm not winning, I'm gone. And that's why he said this summer is the biggest summer in Man United's history. He said next summer is the World Cup. The following summer is the Euros. We won't have enough time to get
That's
players in.
true. That's
He
Yeah,
true.
also
so he said,
said he never loses 2 games back to back in the beginning. Do you remember?
did he say that? I don't
He
know.
did.
Oh boy,
He said
we've
he's
got
never
3 in a
lost
row.
2 games back to back, and
He's never had to play without players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Amorim is that guy. If it's like Rich said, October, November, if we're 14th, I think he would resign.
Hopefully he resigns. I don't want to see
resign.
Amorim sacked.
He won't be.
Yeah.
He won't hang around.
Yeah, we
Right,
can't.
last one.
I can't tolerate 15th and
Last one.
Richard,
I
your
got
friend
last.
scored today. Sancho.
oh yeah, he you know what, Sancho. I like him, but his mentality disappoints me. Unfortunately,
Dude, Chelsea won him. I think they want to send him back.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They don't want to send him back.
He shouldn't.
You
come
think
back.
you want him back?
No, I don't want Sancho back. He's a good. I like him, but he hasn't got the mentality. We want players that have the right mentality.
Right.
But
if Chelsea don't want him, we have no choice but to like.
Well, if he's willing to pull up his socks and do what is needed and try to
do you think it could be
I don't
give
think he's got
Garnacho competition?
He could do, but the thing about
his
Sancho
mentality, bro.
It's not the talent. Garnacho's talent, because actually Garnacho does work hard. For Sancho, it's mentality.
Yeah,
it's purely mentality.
But there has to be that competition of spaces, right? And he's a wide player like Garnacho and Ahmed. Could he be second fiddle to one of those 2 players and maybe find the motivation
When
to
is
start
his
working
contract
harder?
ending, for goodness sake?
I
2027?
I don't think Sancho should stay in the Premier League. Let him move far away, Spain.
But if we're stuck with him, what do we do? Because we've
If
got
we're
to
stuck
try
with
and
him,
we've got to offload
no,
Rashford anyway.
On paper, he actually fits an Amorim system.
You think so?
Yeah, on paper, yeah. He can play those positions behind the striker, but
and link up with Xerxes.
Yeah, he's again, he's a technically sound player. He's actually a good footballer, but I think there's something not right with his mentality.
I think so, especially when it comes to playing for Man United. I think there's a mental block somewhere.
There's a mental block, and we can't afford to have that anymore.
No, we're done with that.
His contract ends next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
2026.
End of the season next year.
Yeah, 2026.
So we're stuck with him for a year, but we got to get some resale value on him then.
Yeah, we gotta sell him.
I think he should go to Spain. Look at what's his name, Anthony. He's revived himself.
Yeah.
Maybe
but the thing is, does he want to go? There's a difference does he want to go?
Oh yeah, Sancho will want to go. He's gone. He's not scared of going abroad. That's one thing I'll give him credit for. He'll try his luck abroad, but that's where I think he should go. I think being around London, all of his friends are in London. It's not a good look. Let him just leave the Premier League altogether.
I don't think he handles the limelight too well.
No,
he needs to go. He needs to play somewhere where he's not noticed as much. Somewhere where he's more obscure.
Right.
Limelight's everywhere. So if you think you're gonna,
if
you want to get in trouble as a footballer, you're gonna get in trouble wherever you go.
He got in trouble.
What Vim's trying to say is, like, at a club like United, at the or in the Premier League, you're scrutinized all the time. If he was to go to a club like Seville, those type of clubs, they play great football, but they're not as scrutinized.
Yeah, they're not. People don't microscopically zoom into them for every little thing. So you're right. I think if he goes somewhere, not a Real Madrid or Barcelona, a club where he could, Betis, Seville, Sociedad kind of club.
Yeah.
Back to Dortmund.
I don't think Dortmund won him. I don't think
that's
what do you think, Rich? I mean, Ken, what do you think? You taking Sancho back? Is he coming back?
If I was him, just see if Dortmund would have me back, because that's where he's played his best football, and that's where
third time going back.
Why not? If he wants to go back and they want to take him back, why not? He's done really well there.
He played in the Champions League final for them.
Yeah, exactly. If you go to Spain, it's a big risk. It may work, but there's a chance it may not work as well. So,
Joe?
I think he should go to Spain. If I was him, just see if Dortmund would have me back, because that's where he's played his best football, and that's where
Joe?
Yeah, try to sell him as soon as he gets here. Yeah, anyway, I'll take some fish and chips for him, man. Like a year's long of fish and chips, whatever we can get for him. Knowing him, he's gonna try to be an asshole. He's gonna stay. He's gonna run the contract down, and he's gonna try to leave on a free. That's what I think he is gonna.
But
Because I feel like he.
Doesn't Chelsea have an obligation to buy?
Those
They
obligations,
do, but they
they're
don't.
not massive.
They don't,
Just
and they're
a
willing to
5
pay the
million
fine.
penalty.
Yeah,
Just
it's
a
a 5
penalty.
million penalty.
Wow.
They'll pay that.
That's
easy.
messed up. That's
Yeah, they'll
messed up.
pay that. Yeah.
That's messed up.
That's easy.
Right, gentlemen, if there are no more questions, we shall say thank you very much for all of you joining today. I know it's late in London. Very great show today. Thank you very much. Big shout out to the UK crew, Mr. Fortress. Thank you very much. Miss Annalise Vim and Mr. Strict. Thank you very much, Richard, for joining us. And a big shout out to the one only Houston representative, man, Mr. Positive Joe. We all look forward to Thursday. Oh God, I don't know what to think. I'm nervous, but God almighty. From all of us, glory, glory.
Man United.
United.
You guys on the next one.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.